Hello there, Pierre Repair here. If you have a BMW that has faults for turbo underboost or turbo no boost or underperformance, chances are your turbo is stuck. I can't even spin this turbine wheel. It's seized up, and this is your coolant passages. I don't know if you can see this well. It's a coolant passage, and then that's the oil feed side. It looks like the one thing that would make me think that the one reason why this would seize up, in my opinion, is because of a lack of lubrication. And I look at the oil in the engine. It doesn't look like the oil looks that great. So I'm going to change the oil after I replace this turbo. And the way that I remove this turbo, this job first of all is a pain in the butt. And the way I was able to remove this is that I detached it from the exhaust manifold. And it looks like you would have to remove the entire exhaust to be able to do this, but I look at the wastegate in the vehicle. The wastegate is okay. So that's not the one from the vehicle. That came together. The customer bought this thing, and they gave it to her with the exhaust manifold. So what I did, since we're in the Midwest, we have the rust factor that's not on our side, I detach the turbo from the exhaust while it's on the vehicle. Yeah, it's not easy because you're gonna fight the coolant lines and also the oil feed line. It's not an easy line to remove when this thing is still in the vehicle. So it's not an easy job. But if you're having this fault, chances are you have a bad turbo. Turbo might be seized, and you're gonna need to find out the reason why. The oil feed line is not clogged. It's good in the vehicle. I blew through it and it's fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and change the oil. I think this happened because of a lack of lubrication and a lack of good maintenance, because those passageways inside of there, they're very tiny. So I'm gonna need to go ahead and do better oil change, or suggest better oil change intervals to this customer. But the way that you can see this, you don't have to go ahead and remove a turbo. I'm going to show you how I found out this turbo was seized up while it was still in the vehicle. This is the front of the engine. You got all your tubes that would feed air to the turbo, and then in this big tube right here, this is when it goes out of the turbo and goes into the intercooler. So over here, you need to make sure that everything is sealed really well, that you don't have any air leak in these hoses and the air ducts. So everything looks good. So you're gonna need to remove the front side of this hose where it connects to the compressor wheel, and you're gonna need to spin it. It's not an easy thing to do because you have so many things in your way, but it's possible. So the way I did it, I took a long flat screwdriver and tried to spin this turbo by hand, and this turbo would not spin. And that's how I knew that this thing was clogged, that was stuck, and I knew it was a bad turbo. I had to replace it. Let me show you the new turbo. It's a used one. Customer bought this thing and was driving it in the back of the vehicle for a while because nobody wanted to touch this job. Nobody wanted to do it. It's not an easy job. Over here, you get the light in there situated. If I zoom in a little bit, you see all those. This is the oil line, and we have two coolant lines in there. And those O-rings, I gotta give it up to BMW. Those O-rings, see how we got crappy plastic. These O-rings hold up really well over the years. I was surprised. There was No coolant leak in this turbo at all, and no oil leak. And I bought the original stuff too. That's what's in there right now. And this here is the used turbo that you can spin nice and easy. Very nice and easy. I had to remove the wastegate where it was attached. Where was it? Yeah, I had to remove it just to get more space. Remove the wastegate because that would give more space to remove these hoses. Was not an easy job, but it's doable. If you don't think that your wastegate is bad, you don't have to remove the entire exhaust, but it's gonna take some work. But if you're in a place where the rust factor is not a problem, it's a place like Texas, then remove the exhaust. It's easier like that. So yeah, if you have this kind of fault for underboost or no boost, then it's more likely a bad turbo. Just make sure that you can spin it by hand, that it's not seized up. Right, that's all I got for today. Hope this video helped you out. Thanks for watching. Bye.